Hey, it's Ari. Welcome back to my channel. I know that's kind of shady because I have not been here in a minute, but that's not what we're talking about today. That's the topic for another video. Today we're just talking about hair. So as you can see, I cut my hair again for the umpteenth time, and I actually cut it last summer, the end of last summer, and then I cut it again in November. It's just to maintain the cut. I have not had it cut or dyed since November. You should get it cut, at least for me. I was like, oh, I'll do it every 2 months. And so usually what I do is style it in finger waves, which I absolutely love. That's the style that I cut it to do. But once it gets to a certain length, and we're way past that length, it's just like damn near impossible, at least for my patience. So I've been trying to find different ways to style it to cope with this length. And that's what we're talking about today. So I'll show you, because this is about 5th day hair. 4th or 5th, I don't remember, but it doesn't even matter. By day 3, it's time to reset because it's too frizzy, at least for me. Day 3, time to do it over. That's what I'm gonna show you how to do today. Let's get into it. All right, hair is washed. Before we move forward, let me just disclose that I'm at the point in my hair life where health is not the priority, length is not the priority. That's just where I'm at. I'm keeping it short. I literally bleached it to the point of the curl pattern being pretty much partially destroyed, and none of that bothers me, none of it. So let's just keep that in mind when we see the products and everything and the methods that I'm using, because those are not my goals. So if those are your goals, maybe just look at the technique and not necessarily the products. The products aren't trash, most of them aren't, just a disclosure. Right, the first thing I do is go in with a foam wrap mousse. Doesn't really matter which kind, but this is the one that I'm using, and I put it all through my hair, and I pretty much saturate it. And then once that's done, I take a rat tail comb and I part my hair. I usually part my hair on the left. And from here, I take Eco Styler gel, and I'm using the olive oil type. And I'm only gonna apply this to the parted side for now. I'm gonna grab that rat tail comb again, and now this is where things get interesting. So what I like to do, and you could leave it like this, I have not tried it this way, but I think the problem with laying it flat like this, with this length, it won't stay flat, at least for me. My curls will start to dry, you know, curling up, and then it's not the style that I originally wanted. If it's gonna curl, then let's make it curl, right? So we're gonna do a finger wave on this side. So comb the hair to the front. And this is not necessarily a finger wave tutorial, although I can do that once I get my hair cut. But we are going to do finger waves on either side of the head. So you just comb the hair forward, right? And bring it a little past your hairline, right here. Grab your finger, leave it there. Take the comb and brush under and go back. Right, making like a C shape. And then of course, take more gel and apply as you need to. One wave, right? Bring the finger underneath and do the same thing, pull forward into a C shape. More gel. I use a lot of gel because it's just so long. And I need to make it do what I want it to do. Otherwise, it has a mind of its own. Right, and then we're pushing back again in the other direction. And then of course go back and fix up any areas that need fixing. This is not the easiest thing to do, because once it's already laid like this, it's very easy to mess the whole thing up. And I try not to get caught up in the perfection of it. If you know me, you know that's not the easiest thing to do. All right, I'm gonna let it go. This is me on camera letting it go. All right, and so me, I purposely have they're not really sideburns. My sideburns stop right here. If you see that, that's my sideburn. I have hair that I let grow longer. This is not baby hair, this is hair. This is actual hair right above my sideburns. But I don't cut this part because I like to gel it down in whatever shape I like, but usually just in a C shape. And even this part is very long. I could use a cut on this little piece also. What I will say about this, because it's so long, it is reverting on its own and curling and doing whatever it wants as it dries. So what I picked up last week was this Gotta Be Ultra Glued Invincible styling gel. Sorry, I can read. And I literally take a pea size, not even half a pea size, and go right along that line of hair, because otherwise it really dries ridiculous. Like I can't get it to lay flat with the Eco Styler, but this really helps. And you want to be careful with this, because if you know anything about gelling your face, putting gel on your face, I don't know how you ladies do it with the wigs and stuff, God bless, because it looks amazing, but just this little bit of gel will have you looking crusty later when it all dries up. All right, so that's one side. Gonna do same thing on the other side. I don't do the part as high on this side, right? Because I have like this comb over effect happening. So I come a little lower under my temple area. Add the gel. And again, rat tail comb. Start making your C shapes. Actually, should I do this a little higher? We're gonna go a little higher than this. All right, here we go with the C's. Pull it forward. Push it back. And forward. And back. Voila. And again, taking a piece of hair in the front. And again, adding just a little tiny bit of gel. I am going out later, and even if I wasn't, I would show you the final look with makeup, because that's just me. So here's my question to you ladies. When you do your hair, if it involves laying down baby hair or anything that's in your face or on your face, what do you do first? Do you do your hair first or your makeup first? Because I don't know which is better. They're both very difficult to me. Like I know later when I do my makeup, I have to work around this, but if I did it first, if my makeup was done right now, I'd be putting gel over foundation and all this other powders, and that's not fun either. So curious, what do you do first, hair or makeup? Moving on to the top. All right, so for the top part, we're gonna put a creaming, curl enhancing, any kind of styling product like that. Originally, I would use Shea Moisture or even Cantu, but I went to my beauty supply store and they had neither, so I am using the Cream of Nature Coconut Milk. I don't know how good this is for your hair. I don't know anything really about it. But again, I don't care so much. It does the job. So if it's actually a trash product, don't use it. Use something else. I bought it, I'm gonna use it till it's done. And I put this all through this top part and all through the back. And this is just so that when we add the gel, it just softens it, you know, so it doesn't dry so crunchy. Now, adding Eco Styler gel, just to the top part for now. And how much, you know, you add will be dependent on your hair type and porosity and all of that. I use a pretty generous amount because I try to eliminate as much frizz as I can, so I like to really smooth it out. Then I use a wide tooth comb and I just kind of comb through all of it, all over, just move the product around. But then I take it from the side that I want my part on, comb it over, and I hold it here and then lift it. So another C motion, right? And you can do some of that. But then I bring it forward also. So what I'm trying to shape the way the hair is gonna dry later. So again, lift, bring it over, comb it through, and that looks pretty good. Before I get into styling this, let's just add some gel to the back. And then I like to lift the back because I don't want it to dry like flat on my head, you know? Okay. All right, so now for the curls in the front. Now you can see these curls are pretty much damaged, right? When it's wet, it's practically straight, but it still curls when it dries. But to help that along, and again, to eliminate the frizz, because frizz is nice, it is, and it definitely becomes frizzy after a day or so. But for the first day, it's kind of important that we have the least amount as possible, right? So we have the right foundation set for the hairstyle that it becomes. So I just do little finger twists, right? Remember these when we used to transition from relaxed to natural? Going back to that. All right, and that's it. So now we just play the waiting game and wait for it to dry. And that takes, if we're doing air dry, it takes a few hours. Even with a diffuser, it takes a little while, right? Like, cause I could never get it fully dry. Even with the diffuser, I'd really have to be there sitting like under a dryer for that. But I'm gonna let it air dry and I'm gonna come back and let you see the results. All right, so it's been a couple hours and it's still not 100% dry, but it's dry enough for me to feel presentable out in the world and not like a wet poodle. And then, you know, second day hair, obviously it looks really nice too. Maybe I'll show a couple clips of that. But this is day 1 and this is the result. So it's been cool catching up with y'all. Not really catching up because I didn't say or explain anything, but it's good to see you again. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
You recording?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Dee and Mickey. Holla at us. Subscribe. Say, watch mommy's YouTube. Watch mommy's YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. Give it a thumbs up, Papa. Give it a thumbs up. Watch mommy's YouTube. Don't show your balls. Don't show your balls.